Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, NIV. Today is December 4th, and you're listening to the Daily Devotion Podcast from Devotable. Today's devotion is titled The Beauty in Trusting God, and was contributed by Alexis Newland. If you have issues trusting God, go rock climbing. I discovered this for myself last month when I took a trip with First Descents, an organization that provides free adventures for cancer survivors. My adventure was set in Estes Park, Colorado, a beautiful place just 40 minutes or so outside of Boulder. I chose this trip because I have always wanted to spend some extended time in Colorado. And I've done a bit of climbing before. I had no idea of the physical and emotional beauty that I would experience while on this trip. Not only are Estes Park and Colorado amazingly beautiful, with grand mountains and clear skies, God's handiwork clearly on display, I also forged some amazing friendships during my short stay in Estes Park, relationships that I am sure will last a lifetime. I also got a chance to crush some awesome mountains and build trust. All about trust. Climbing is all about trust. You have to trust that your equipment works and will hold you. You have to trust that the person who is belaying you has good control of the rope in case you lose your grip and fall, which happens. You also have to trust yourself. You have to trust your footing and that your body has the strength to keep you on the wall, so you can reach the top of the mountain. When all these things are in place, and you're able to trust, you'll have a beautiful and exciting climbing experience. I feel the same about our Christian walk. Trust is key to a beautiful relationship with God. When we trust God, our Maker, we're able to enjoy the life He has planned out for us. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs 16:3. I often have issues with trusting God, and it has been evident in my walk and with climbing. There were numerous times while I was on the rock where I experienced fear or complete loss of what to do to get me to the top. As I leaned back in my harness, exhausted, trying to figure out which route to take or where to place my feet, I listened to the guidance of my belayer, as he pointed out where to put my feet or where to place my hands. If I was too focused on being tired or being afraid that I would slip on the appointed route, I couldn't continue climbing and I'd give up. But when I listened to the belayer and followed his instructions, I could get to the top, despite my fear and exhaustion. In that, there was so much victory. God's vantage point. I've seen the same pattern in my life. When I focused too much on my circumstances instead of listening to the voice of my Father, I couldn't do what He was asking me to do. I'd forget that God has a vantage point that I don't. He already knows the path He's placed before me. When my lack of trust prevents me from listening, I try my own way and find myself at a loss of what to do. However, when I choose to trust, listen to God, and follow His instruction, the path is easier because I know God is guiding me. Life is so much easier when you place your trust in God. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs 3:5 and 6. God is the ultimate belayer, guys. He created the equipment, placed the anchors, and knows the path to get us to the top. And when we fall, He'll always catch us. Trust Him, and He will help you conquer any mountain placed before you. With Him, you'll always get to the top. With Him, there is ultimate victory. Alexis, I love this devotion, and I love the symbolism of climbing and the belayer and the vantage point. I mean, it all just fits perfectly. And the message here is that God has a vantage point that we don't have. Obviously, He has the ability to see into the future. He knows what's going to happen. He sees things from an angle that we just don't have the ability. And I often use the example of my kids when I'm talking about stuff like this, because it's true. We as parents have a vantage point that our kids don't have. And so when we're asking them to do something or trying to teach them something and we're having issues, it's not because we're trying to put unneeded stress or anxiety or whatever the case may be on them. It's that we have a vantage point that they're not aware of. And it's so true with God that He has a vantage point, an ability to help us in a way that we can't even begin to understand. And as a belayer, He has the ability to guide us if we can listen to Him. If we can lean on His strength and His vantage point, He has the ability to tell us where to go, to tell us where to put our feet, to tell us where not to put our feet, to show us the direction that we should take next. And if we choose not to follow His directions, we can certainly do that, but God also has the ability to catch us when we fall. And so if you guys are in a situation where you're struggling to see what God's plans are for you, if you're struggling to see what the outcome may be, just realize and really take a deep look at this example and how well it fits. God's vantage point, God's ability to catch us when we fall and to instruct us if we just choose to follow His directions, is ultimately the best for us. So thank you, Alexis, for your story here. Thank you for the application of your trip. And thank you for the application of Scripture here. Alexis has been writing for Devotable for a little while now, and I always love hearing her devotions and her stories and how she applies the things that she does in her life in a spiritual way. It relates them back to her relationship with God. I would encourage you guys to go check out Alexis on her website, apeachinitaly.wordpress.com. Or if you're in the mobile app, you can click on Alexis' picture and it will take you to her profile on today's devotion. Or if you want to go to the devotableapp.com website, you can click on the About and Contributors section and search for Alexis Newland to find out more about her there. Thank you so much for joining us for today's daily devotion. My name is Landon, and I am the creator and founder of Devotable. If you're new here, we really appreciate you joining in with us as we read these daily devotions created from various Devotable authors. Devotable is a group project where we have over 100 different authors who write devotional content, and we try to do three things. We try to encourage believers daily. We try to reach the lost, and we try to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ as far as we can on as many platforms as we can. If you'd like to learn more about Devotable, I would encourage you guys to head on over to our website, devotableapp.com, where you can read about our mission statement, look up our various authors, and just learn more about what we do. If you're interested in contributing to Devotable, we're always looking to partner with great authors, bloggers, or writers. You can go to devotableapp.com/contribute, and you can learn more about how to contribute or write for Devotable. If you're interested in partnering with or helping Devotable in any other way, you can go to that same website and learn more about how to contribute monetarily with a monthly gift or become a partner with us on Patreon. Each one of our Patreon partners gets special perks and gifts from us, from coupon codes to special access to even copies of our books or journals that we put out. Speaking of, I am super excited about our next project, which is going to be a 26-week prayer, devotional, and journal. But we can't pull that off without your guys' help. We have 26 amazing authors who have written devotions for the project, and we're looking to complete it within the next few months. So if you're interested in getting early copies of that book or becoming a part of that process, I would encourage you guys to head on over to devotableapp.com/contribute to learn more about how to become a Patreon partner with us. If you have found Devotable helpful, if we've blessed you or encouraged you in any way, we would sure love if you would give us a share, like us, throw us a comment, forward our emails on, or any other thing that could help us. That's how we grow, is by people like you sharing our content with their friends and family. We love hearing feedback from you guys, and we love encouraging words. Also, if you've enjoyed this podcast, feel free to give us a review. That's how we gain exposure on the various podcasting platforms, is by getting reviews and likes and ratings. So I hope you guys enjoyed this daily devotional reading, and until next time, have a great day.